to Movie Obscura with Adrian and Kelly. I am Adrian.
And I am Kelly.
This week we are doing a Prime Cut edition
Prime Cut edition
of Movie Obscura. We are going to talk about video games that became motion pictures. And I'm going to say right now on record that only one or two films lived up to the hype.
I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Go ahead.
I like several of them.
Oh, jeez. Okay, now we had just recently discussed this just 5 minutes ago before we went on the air.
For my last episode, we're still in the same clothes because it's the same day. A little breaking the fourth wall there.
Right. Yes, yeah.
In the conversation we were having,
we were doing a conversation on motion. Now, what came up was that there's a lot of rumors talking about Castlevania, which was a classic video game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, is going to go into the big screen. We had then discussed movies about other video games that became motion pictures.
Doom,
Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter,
Super Mario Brothers,
Resident Evil.
Oh, the Resident Evil.
Super Mario Brothers. Okay,
Super
first off,
Mario.
All right, so there's probably some that
I know you just can't come up, and this is Prime Cut.
Oh,
10 minutes worth of rants.
Another one was Silent Hill.
Oh, now the Silent Hill flicks, both of them, really
okay,
good. They got that eerie freaking feeling. The second one at the end when they hit the carnival.
Okay, I like the Silent Hill ones. I did like the Mortal Kombat ones.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, no.
No Van Damme for you.
No, I love Raul Julia as M. Bison.
No Van Damme ass for you.
No,
right?
no, man, no.
The movie was Van Damme's butt.
Yeah, it was. But then you had Kelly Minaj as Cammy, and you had like Ken and Ryu were like reporters.
Yeah.
Blanca was just a crappy. That was an awful movie. And then Resident Evil. Now I am a huge fan of the Resident Evil games. Love the Resident Evil games.
The first movie, really good.
No, it had nothing to do with the game. Nothing to do at all with the game.
Okay, as far as a movie, a self-sustaining movie.
No.
No?
No. The only thing they had...
I completely disagree with you. That one was as a self-sustaining movie, as a movie alone, without having to follow the background of the game. That movie was killer.
They call it something else.
But it's got the zombies.
That's the only thing that they got in that movie right was the zombies. They're in a mansion. That was
the umbrella.
Yes, that was the only thing they had with it. Okay, and then they bring out Resident Evil 2 Extinction with but that one closely resembled the game with that Nemesis.
Maybe that's why I didn't like it, because it was almost cartoonish in its style. In the way it was done.
If that first Resident Evil was not called Resident Evil and called something else, it would have been a great movie. Thank you. But I am trying to go back on if it was based on the video game, you gotta have something to do with it. Yeah, not just Umbrella, not the zombies, no characters. Awful.
Right.
Okay,
but it was a good standalone movie.
Standalone movie. All right, now this is the one that got me going.
It's
Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers. Love that movie. It is one of those movies. Yes, King Koopa was not a freaking fire-breathing dragon. I'm sorry, he's not a lizard. He's a man.
That was awful.
But you got to remember that in the movie, all the humans in that thing, they were all half a chromosome away from blowing up into freaking lizards.
Okay, but then here's another part I didn't like. Luigi got the girl in the end. What was
John
John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo. Got the girl. No, Mario gets the girl.
Did you see who they had play Mario, big fat slobby bastard?
Well, I'm sorry. That's the way it was. He was a plumber.
I love that movie. I thought the movie it was funny. It was another one that was cartoonish in the way it was shot, with all the sets and everything. But it was awesome.
I hated Super Mario Brothers. Now I know there's some, and I know now this is the thing now.
Was there not enough side-scrolling and pipes and mushrooms for you? Is that why you didn't like the movie, Mister? Gotta follow the fucking game.
You gotta follow some part of the game. That had all it
They
had.
were plumbers, and they were
That's it.
trying to save a girl, and there was
That's all they had was the names.
fungus.
The names. That's all they had for that was the names. Look at you.
I love that movie.
That's a horrible movie. Dennis Hopper, the late Dennis Hopper, was King Koopa. He couldn't even carry it.
Yes, he did. He did wonderful.
Oh, it was awful. Did you like Street Fighter? Okay, I'm just glad. Okay, did you like the more?
No.
Did you like more? Did you like Doom?
No,
Doom was the worst
Oh
movie.
my God! What a pile of shit that was.
Doom was the worst movie in one of the worst movies in now,
in cinema history.
and now now that I think about it, they did this one called Hardcore Henry that's out in theaters right now, where it's first person.
the movie shot in first person.
Yes.
So like the not shaky cam but steady cam.
No, it's shaky cam.
Oh my God.
And it's all like a video game. You're watching somebody pretty much play a video game.
Like Cloverfield.
Pretty much.
It's going to be shot like Cloverfield.
Yes.
Awesome. That's super.
Yeah, I mean, well, what other? I mean, I'm trying to get what other games had come out that they made into movies
There's got to be several of them.
besides the fighting games like the Mortal Kombat's and the Street Fighters and the Resident Evils and Doom and
Did they-
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
Did they ever turn thought there was talks of Wolfenstein becoming a movie.
I see that one. I'm not sure about.
Because I remember there was a buzz about Wolfenstein becoming a flick, but I can't remember if they ever did it or not. Or if that was just my wishful thinking, because I like that game.
I see. That one I don't
The
know.
original 8-bit one.
Yes. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I thought they were going to make a Legend of Zelda. I thought that was going to be a movie.
That would be a neat fantasy movie if they shot it in the Peter Jackson style.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord of the Rings. I think that would look pretty good like that.
Now we could turn this around and put movies.
Final Fantasy, all the animated
Yes.
movies.
No.
those
I
were
have
well done.
No. Yeah. I have not seen any of those. I've heard they're very good though.
Right.
Now we could turn this around and put. Well, I mean, Pokemon was also ones that became. They were as a TV show. Let's go back to this. Now there were TV shows that were turned into video games and movies that were turned into many.
Right.
So many.
Well, if you video games in general, Battleship, Dungeons and Dragons.
You're talking more.
Freaking Monopoly-based fucking movie, for God's sakes.
Well,
I know, but I mean,
you're talking about board games that became movies.
Board games.
Clue. Now Clue was
was
good.
awesome.
Clue was
They
great.
did well. That was back when they made movies well, when
Yes.
they had those great comedic actors.
Right. And Battleship, that was awful.
I didn't even see it.
And we could,
I just can't believe that they would make a movie.
but
based off that video
let's turn this over and let's say there were video games that followed movies more closely than movies following video games. Can you agree with that much?
Give me an example.
For instance, Terminator 2 on the Sega Genesis.
Oh, I never played that.
It was a shooter.
never had a Sega
It was a shooter. It was a shooting game,
Yeah.
and you were pretty much the Terminator, protecting Sarah and John Connor.
GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64.
Now that was probably the best game that N64 ever made.
And it followed that goddamn movie all the way through.
Yes. Now that one did follow it. Jurassic Park.
Never played that one.
Dr. Grant. You could either be Grant or the Raptor.
Really?
Yes. It was. Those games were fucking.
What
horrible.
platform was that on?
Sega Genesis.
Was it?
Yes. I did. Now I think about it. Did they make an Eternal Champions, or did they make Tonal? What was the other one that was a big, huge fighting game that was on the N64? Killer Instinct. Now, with those, did Eternal Champions or Killer Instinct become Primal Rage?
Primal Rage, yes.
Did that become a movie?
I remember the game. Oh, check the Just a second.
We are, like I said, we are on the. We're doing this right on the cuff.
Right.
That. So we are doing much as this much now. If we've missed any, hit us up. On,
Primal Rage, 1988. Yes, 1994.
Okay.
Choose 1 to 7 for. Oh, I think that's a video game. That's the video game. Rob Rowe. Yeah, that's the video game. I didn't know IMDb did video games too. Primal Rage, 1988.
No, that was not the same one.
No. Florida University inadvertently creates a rage virus while performing.
That does not sound like That does not sound like Primal Rage, the video game.
No, that's awesome though. All right. Yeah, no, I can't find anything on that one.
I'm gonna
Do a quick Google search.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it up here.
I still like Super Mario Brothers. I don't know why you have to get so angry with me on it.
Oh, it was awful. All right, here we go. Here is a. Oh, okay. Here's one. Tron. You remember Tron on the Atari?
Yeah. I can't believe we didn't think of that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here's a bunch of them. Okay, Double Dragon was one.
Oh my God! Yes.
I remember
Double
that
Dragon.
one. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Wing Commander. I remember Wing Commander. I didn't know that was a video game. Oh, here's a Lara Croft Tomb Raider. How could we forget about that one?
How did we miss that one?
Angelina Jolie as Tomb Raider. That was awful, by the way.
Yes.
You mentioned this, the Final Fantasies.
Yep.
House of the Dead. How did we forget that one?
Oh my God! Okay.
That was a great game. Great game and great movie. And great movie.
For a movie, it was well done. It even had the fight scene in that.
Oh, here's one that I forgot. Max Payne. And the Hitman.
Hitman? Holy crap! There's tons of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Max Payne movie sucked.
Yeah, the movie sucked. Here's Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. That was a movie.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes. Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah.
Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Need for Speed. I didn't know they made a movie. out of that.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank.
What?
Ratchet and Clank.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. I didn't know they made a movie out of this. Assassin's Creed. Which would be.
They made a movie or are making a movie?
Well, it says. Oh,
there's a new.
No,
movie
I'm sorry.
out.
It's gonna be released It's gonna be released January 27th, 2017.
Yeah. Because there's a bunch of hype behind that one right now.
And Resident Evil Final Chapter is also coming out in 2017.
Oh.
Warcraft that's coming out next month. I did see previews to that.
Does it look alright?
It looks pretty good. Oh, here's one that looks kind of good. The Angry Birds movie.
Oh, Jesus, God, yes. That's huge news. Every time I play Angry Birds 2, they throw the damn movie trailer up in the middle of the game.
Yes. Let's see here. Some other ones here. Wing Commander. I said that.
Yep.
Let's see. Alone in the Dark. Never heard of that one.
Alone in the Dark.
Blood Rain. DOA, Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
That was also on there.
House of the Dead. I think I'm going to watch that tonight.
Yeah, that was a great movie. And it was a great game. Let's see here. They got a bunch of Pokemon ones. Here's one that was animation. This was directly on video. And one was Ninja Gaiden, which went straight to video.
That.
Let's see. Samurai Spirits 2. Tekken, the motion picture. Now, I actually saw that. Because I was a huge Tekken fan.
They did. They've made a lot of movies or video games into movies.
Yeah, more than Halo Legends. Didn't know they did that one. Oh,
Are these all straight to DVD?
yeah. Also a lot of the animated ones. This one here, Batman Assault on Arkham.
Yep.
That was also one there.
The Halo. I mean, there's a huge series of like Red and Blue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on the Netflix and the Hulu and the Amazons and all those fun places.
So yeah, a lot of movies that I had forgotten about. Now, Super Mario Brothers was the first one. And
What year did that come out?
that came out in 1993.
Jesus.
Now, I'm going to
Okay,
throw this
then
out. Right
Teenage
now,
Mutant Ninja Turtles was a comic, a movie, a bunch of different video games, and then a bunch of movies.
can you? Oh, this is shocking. Can you name out of the movies we just talked about, the highest grossing film in this? Out of all of these.
I
am
You're
shocked.
shocked at it?
I am shocked that this one is the highest.
So it's not Resident Evil.
No, Resident Evil made 102 million. 102 million at the box office.
No kidding, that's it?
Yeah.
Um,
And then Resident Evil Apocalypse made more. And then Resident Evil Extinction made more. So as they kept going,
they got more and more
it
and
got
more
more and
buzz.
more.
What's the highest one?
I am surprised that Double Dragon made only 2 million at the box office.
Oh, you're surprised at
I'm
that?
surprised at that.
Oh my god.
And Super Mario Bros. Made 20 million at the box office.
That's
the
respectable.
The highest grossing film in the video games, according to this list, it was $274 million, and it was Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Really?
That
Yeah,
shocks me.
yeah. No, Angelina Jolie.
She made.
She brought him in.
Yeah, she pretty much did. House of the Dead only made 13 million.
That doesn't surprise me.
It is a great movie.
Oh, it's a freaking, yeah. But it's cheesy as shit.
It is cheesy, but the game was also a little bit cheesy.
Yeah, I like the fight scene when they're fighting all the dead right in front of the house. You know? The stop motion, then they switch around almost Matrix style.
And let's see. Need for Speed. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Resident Evil Afterlife, 296 million.
Oh,
The last film that Resident Evil made 290, almost 300 million at the box office.
That's
Now-
respectable.
Now, is it respectable considering Civil War, which we just discussed half an hour ago, is 170 in its first week?
No, but it's not Marvel.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Now, out of all these, what is your favorite video game movie that turned video game?
I'm going to go remembering, I got to say, House of the Dead.
House of the
I
Dead.
watched that a couple times a year.
Now that we said Doom was a complete flop.
That and Zombiever.
Let's see. What did Doom make? Doom made 55 million. Almost 56. That was a horrible movie.
That really sucks. They made that much with that movie, but they had The Rock in it.
Well, that's the only thing they had going for them. You know, Postal. That's another movie that I've never heard of. And the game that didn't even make $1 million. That was 146,000.
Jesus.
But
you know what? They got to make a movie.
What?
Paperboy.
See, now that was it. Now, okay, let's go to this.
Or Skate or Die.
How about a movie that paid homage to the video games? Pixels.
Oh, that new one, Sandler.
Yeah, it's not. It's out. It's been out now for a while, but
Okay, it's new to me because I just discovered it.
hey, that was great.
couple
Paperboy
months
was
ago.
in that one,
Oh my God, it was. It totally was.
and so was Burger Time.
Yeah.
Remember Burger Time? And then of course, Pac-Man.
Well, of course.
You know,
yeah.
he is the original character, and Wreck-It Ralph had some characters from Street Fighter in Wreck-It Ralph.
Right.
Zangief,
Yeah.
I think, was in it, a big Russian bear.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh yeah, at the Bad Guy Anonymous or whatever
Yes.
it was, Villains Anonymous.
So you know what? To be honest, the only movies that I liked that were video games was the Mortal Kombat ones.
Out of all of those,
I mean, House of Dead was good.
but you wouldn't rank it up there in something that you would say that it was.
Silent Hills were good.
The Silent Hills were good.
House of the Dead, Mortal Kombat, and Silent Hill are the only ones that I liked.
When Silent Hill came out, I was so freaking excited to see that movie. I didn't go see it in theater. I waited for it to come out on DVD so I could sit in my dark little house all by myself. And every time that would go off. The hairs on my arms would stand up. I'm like, yeah, buddy.
That was done.
That game was a game that you would have to play by yourself in the dark with the TV turned up.
Yes, and that actually did follow the movie very well. I
It
have to
did.
say, Silent Hill probably followed it better than any movie. I mean, because Mario had a guy for a Koopa.
So what did we learn from this? We're giant fucking nerds.
that most movies that were video games are flops.
They really are. Yes.
And I hopefully if they do make that Castlevania, which is the rumors coming out, that they pay homage like they want to with the classic Universal monsters.
Yep.
And they pay homage to the game because the game itself was awesome.
Yeah, and it's lived from our lower base 1632 bits all the way up to our new system. It's still
and they constantly keep making those games because the characters in that are iconic.
Exactly.
And I am surprised. Like I said, now I am surprised that these some of these movies I had forgot about.
Right, yeah.
But I've seen them.
Because when we first started doing this little thing, this prime rib or whatever the hell.
Prime cut.
All I was thinking was how I wanted to piss you off by screaming Super Mario Brothers over and over again. Super Mario!
Did you know that Metal Gear had a movie?
That was another fun game. I did not know they came out with a movie, but I enjoyed that game. God damn it, I'm going to go buy a game console.
You don't have one?
No. Well, we got the Wii. That's about it.
Now here's one. Tron.
That and the Super Nintendo and the old Nintendo.
Now, Tron. Let's say films with plots centered on video games. Tron, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Nightmares. War Games. Joysticks. Cloak and Dagger. The Last Starfighter. I saw that. The Dungeon.
Now, on the Last Starfighter, how are they basing that as a video game movie?
A boy who is very good at video games in his trailer park finds himself recruited to be a pilot.
Loose.
Yeah, that's very loose. That's very, very loose.
Although one of my top 100 movies. Even though people, I tell you right now, do not buy the Blu-ray copy of that movie. You will be horribly disappointed how shitty it looks. All those graphics are bad.
War Games was good. I liked War Games. You didn't like the War Games?
I can't think of what the War Games.
Computer hacker breaks into military
Oh,
intelligence.
yeah. That's another one.
That's plotted on video games. Pixels, obviously, we just talked about.
Right.
Angry Video Game Nerd, the movie, based on the web series of the same name.
All right, I don't.
Hopefully, they'll make a movie about us. Who would star as you?
Me. Look, if they're going to make a movie about us, I'm playing me.
I would like to have Ryan Reynolds play me, Deadpool, because I'm just as funny as he is.
All right, for Movie Obscura, I'm Kelly.
I was just saying Adrian this time. Bucky Quattro!
We out!